Welcome to the Literary Apothecary. My name is Kate and I'm here to talk today about The Curse of the Miswraith by Janny Wurts. This is book 1 in the Wars of Light and Shadow series. This is fantasy, epic fantasy, high fantasy, all of the fantasies that you want to think about. I'm going to talk about my general thoughts first and then I'll give you a spoiler-free summary of what this book is all about. So my general thoughts is, first of all, I loved this prologue. It was so engaging and it drew me in right away, and it gave me information that I needed but didn't repeat information that would come later in the book, but also provided me with a different time and a different location and point of view than what we got in the rest of the book. It really gave a great setup for the rest of the book. I thought this book was written with such care and attention to detail that you really knew that Janny Wurts put her full heart into writing this book. Our two main characters felt really well balanced to me, and I just loved this book so much, and I can't wait to read book 2. So a spoiler-free summary of what this book is all about. The world of Athera lives in eternal fog, its skies obscured by the malevolent Miswraith. Only the combined powers of two half-brothers can challenge the Miswraith's stranglehold. Erathon, Master of Shadow, and Lysiar, Lord of Light. Erathon and Lysiar will find that they are inescapably bound inside a pattern of events dictated by their own deepest convictions. Yet there is more at stake than one battle with the Miswraith, as the sorcerers of the Fellowship of Seven know well, for between them the half-brothers hold the balance of the world, its harmony and its future in their hands. So let's jump right to my different call pile categories so I can tell you everything that I loved besides just loving everything. So let's start with our characters. I loved the balance of the two main characters, like I said, Erathon and Lysiar. It felt like they were balanced so well that every time it seemed like one was starting to take over the narrative, the other one came in and took over for them. So it never felt overbalanced or unbalanced in that sense. My favorite characters, I have 3 tiers of favorite characters here. I know if you are watching this and if you've read The Curse of the Miswraith, you'll want to know who the favorite characters are, because when I talked to Leslie, that was her very first question. So my first tier is Erathon. I loved his character and his point of view. I just wanted to follow him the whole time. My second tier is Halloran and Gyrot, which I believe go along with Erathon. And then my third tier is Elira. I loved her so much. Those are my favorite characters. There's 4 there. I couldn't narrow it down any further, but I would love to talk to y'all about those characters further. So hit me up in Discord or the comments or wherever you see me, and let's talk about those characters. Our atmosphere and setting, I loved all of the world building that we got in here. We got so much because our characters go on this journey and there's different races involved and different towns and different characters. We got a lot of world building here and I loved it. It really set up for a great series ahead. Writing style, I loved everything about this except for the length of the chapters, which read more like parts to me. And as I've mentioned in previous reviews on books like this, when there are super long chapters or books that aren't broken up into chapters but really parts labeled as chapters, it makes my reading a little bit harder. I have to adapt my reading style because I am a chapter by chapter reader. So when I see chapter, I think I'm going to read from the beginning to the end of this chapter. But when it is the length of a normal part in a different book, then I have to break it up and think about it in a different way. So I still loved it. It just made me have to adjust my reading style. And because I want to be consistent among all of my reviews, I have to take that into account when I'm doing my rating. And it really hurts me to give this book anything lower than a 5-star, but I believe that's the only place where I knocked off any points just to be consistent among all the books. Plot, I loved where this plot went. I was on the edge of my seat. I was interested the entire time. I wanted to pick this up when I didn't have time to read, just to see what would happen next. And that goes along with Intrigue. Like I said, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I was interested to find out what happened to who and when and how. Every time I picked up the book, I was interested. Logic, everything made perfect logical sense to me. I never questioned it at all. And enjoyment. I truly enjoyed reading this book, and I can't wait to read the rest of the series. And Janny Wurts, I know you're watching this because you watch and you retweet all of my videos. Thank you for this amazing first book and that amazing prologue. If you're a writer out here watching this video and you want to know how to write a great prologue, go and read the prologue to The Curse of Miswraith, and that will tell you how to write a great prologue. If you have read The Curse of the Miswraith before, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of it? And of course, who is your favorite character? As always, keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.